Hey guys, and welcome to this case study video. Today I have with me Heather Harvey, absolutely amazing woman who has had the most beautiful transformation and has just been appearing more and more comfortable in her own skin, more and more outgoing, more and more energized, enthusiastic and loving, and it's just absolutely beautiful to see that transformation. So I wanted her to come in today and share it with you guys so you can start to know what's possible for you. Maybe you've been on the edge of insecurity and shyness and worry and really battling with that stuff for a long time. I want you to know how quick it can be to turn it all around and how you are made for so much more than that. So I will transition very quickly into Heather and allow her to speak from the heart and tell you her experience of what it's been like as she transforms. Hey guys, and welcome to this case study. So I've got my amazing client Heather with me today, and she's going to share with you a little bit about her personal journey, her personal experience as she's gone through Master Your Emotions and all the amazing transitions that she's been through. So Heather, thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome.
Amazing. So I'd love for you to share, first of all, what has been your inspiration for getting into the program? Like, what was going on for you beforehand? What was kind of holding you back in your life?
I think the inspiration was just that I was just feeling really stuck in life, and like I wasn't moving forward and going backwards, and it was affecting my whole life, affecting my relationships, affecting my working life, affecting my home life, to the point where I would wonder whether I was on the point of depression.
Okay, all right, amazing. Okay, thanks for your honesty. That's massive. Okay, so obviously I have been absolutely privileged to see you go through the past kind of maybe 8 weeks by this point, and absolutely transformed. Even on the group session that we did the other week, when one of the other ladies kind of stopped and said she's seen your transformation, and is that starting to really acknowledge everything that you've done to progress through these last 8 weeks. So what would you say has been the biggest shift for you since we've been working together?
And that again that's the confidence thing, and that comment blew me away that day. Really hit home for me, because I think when you're living in your own body all the time, you don't see or realise how much you're changing. It's not until you sometimes sit back and reflect that you actually see that things are changing. And so that change in my confidence has just been, I just find I don't get stressed or worried about things.
Awesome.
And and even coming to do this today, there was just no way on earth that 2 months ago that I would ever have done this. And the fact that I've been able to come here today and not be nervous or not worried shows me that there's just been huge changes internally.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I say, it's been fascinating to watch you, and you're more relaxed physically, you're more yourself. I think your personality is just shining through so much. And it's beautiful to see.
Well, I feel like I'm getting to be me again, because I feel like I haven't been able to be me for a long time.
It's brilliant to see, it really is. Okay, so obviously the personal internal transformation is what I'm all about, but I'm also about how that very strongly impacts the external areas of our lives. So kind of what has been the biggest impact there?
It's the biggest impact really, it's probably for me, has been around relationships. The relationship with my husband, it's just done a complete 360. But even also in terms of the friendships that are coming into my life, like the people who are that's changing, the people who I'm making friends with, the people who are coming into my life. I've really noticed a different genre of people. So that's really probably been one of the biggest.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things I always keep in mind is you're going to attract what you are, definitely what you're being at the time. Absolutely, and it seems so applicable in all those areas.
Well, that's it, and I feel so much love and connection coming into my life now, and it's phenomenal.
Good. It's very well deserved. Well deserved.
And it's as I said, it's just, you can't explain it. It's just the feeling that's out there is hugely. It's just changed dramatically.
Good, phenomenal. And I know that you've had a massive impact on Kelvin, your husband, as well. So do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, look, I mean, we were both really stuck in a rut and stuff, and just going through this process, and I've been able to pass this information on what I'm learning and stuff, and I've just seen like major shifts in him that I just would never have expected to see in a million years, and he's just really taking this stuff on board, and he just runs with it, and when he runs with it, things just happen.
I really think from an outside perspective looking in that you have been the one who's laid that path though. You facilitated that opening of his mind and kind of led the charge and allowed him to step into himself.
Yeah, and and it's that same thing about the best way to influence people is to lead by example.
Exactly.
And going through this process has allowed me to see that really, really has a huge impact on those around you.
Yep, absolutely. And we were talking just a little bit before about how when you guys are in that really positive headspace, how the business just comes in.
Yeah, it does, and and then we've had days where it's just been a huge amount of work. We struggled to keep up.
Yeah.
So when he gets that right,
Absolutely.
It just comes flying. And even in the last week or so, he's had other things coming in, and he's had people coming in and buying the most expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And we've sort of had a talk about it, and he said, well, at the day, it doesn't actually, the price and the product become irrelevant when we give people the knowledge and the education and the service.
Yeah, completely. And I love how you guys have been starting innovating as well as giving people added value and everything else. And I think that really comes from a space, in my experience, of when you're settled in yourself, you have more to give naturally.
Yeah,
completely. And it's been amazing to hear the feedback coming from that as well. You run new ads and new campaigns and things like that.
Yeah. And we just really want to get it out there that we're all about just helping people, and that's what we really want about, and ensuring that they feel safe and that they feel that we actually care about. Yeah. But when they come in and we care that they're cutting. People come in and because we're in the tyre industry and people just think, a tyre's a tyre, and they come in and say just chuck the cheapest thing on there. But when you sort of explain to people, especially when they say it's just the wife's car, and go. And does your wife and your children travel around that car? And they go, yeah. And they go, and they're your most precious cargo in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you really want to make sure that vehicle's as safe as it can be, because you want that vehicle to stop if anything happens, because you don't want anything to happen to that most precious cargo.
Completely. And it takes that certain amount of leadership to step up into that space rather than just go with necessarily what the customer will come wanting, but actually give them what they need, essentially.
Yeah. And people don't think about things in those terms.
No, they really don't. Which is awesome that you're now stepping into that space of confidence and kind of congruence with your message of actually the value behind what you're doing rather than just the service. There's so much behind it as well. Yeah. Amazing. Right, so what would you recommend to people who are thinking about working on themselves, getting involved with the program, etc.?
Look, I totally 100%. Is something you really should do, and I think, and it's not a short term. Just do this. I think for me, it's going to become a lifelong. We need to spend our lives growing and working, continue that work. Yeah. And it's because you always want to be reaching for the stars, and the only way to do that.
The limit. As long as you're in line, then you can create anything.
Yeah, and you've just got to keep moving.
Yeah. Completely. I always say to people, kind of down the rabbit hole, once you start to learn about all this stuff and it just starts to open everything up around you, it's like, okay, what else? And it just allows you to then positively impact so many more people because you have so much more to give.
Yeah, and just keep thinking bigger and just keep thinking the next step and the next stage. Yeah. But it just opens the world to yourself.
Yeah, completely. All right, absolutely fantastic. So obviously your inner transformation is inspiring, and you've inspired everybody else in the group as well, so it's been an absolute pleasure working with you. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been amazing, and seeing you transform is exactly why I love what I do, so thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and it's been a pleasure to be on this journey. Awesome. And it's been a real pleasure to meet all the other amazing women going through this process. And everyone going through this process is everyone you work with is an inspiration. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you are one of those. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. So thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Thank you very much, Heather, for your amazing contribution. You're welcome. I hope it was as amazing for you to see as it has been for me to have the pleasure of seeing over the past few weeks.
Heather's transformation. She's got a huge heart, and that is evident in everything that she says and does. And the impact that she's now having is just awesome. And I know she'll continue and continue. So if you're ready to step out of the shadows of who you've been programmed to be and who you've been pretending to be for your entire life, really come home to who you are, be empowered in who you are, then I want to hear from you. There's a button below. You click the button, pop in your details, and we will have a chat. I want to connect with the right people. This is not about just throwing everyone into a session or getting everyone into the program. We're selective over who we work with for a reason, and that is because we're all about your results. I've had the most massive transformation through the work, and I get to see other people do the same. I'm looking for the right people who are really ready, who are ready to put the work in, and who are absolutely made to shine. So if that's you and you're ready to get over some of those barriers that have been holding you back, then put your details in below, and I will be absolutely honoured and privileged to have a chat with you, guide you through the journey. If we're not the right fit, I'll point you in the direction of someone who is, but if we are, what I'm going to do is offer you a free 45-minute session as a massive thank you. And I want to get you set up to making this transformation for yourself, to making this year phenomenal and many, many, many years to come phenomenal as well, because you deserve it. So if that's you, put your details in, and I'll speak to you very soon.